Hello, everyone. Welcome to CRAVIN IRON Podcast. I'm your host, Stephen Fiora. I'm here with Josh Mcclurg. Josh, I believe you were on episode 24 of CRAVIN IRON Podcast before. This is a kind of a surprise podcast. Josh, so for those of you that don't know, Josh is a demo crew member. And what happened, we have a demo crew Facebook page. And what Josh did, surprisingly, he bounced. He disappeared for a couple months. And he said, "Hey, I'll be back. I'll be back in a little while, dealing with a huge project. I'll tell you guys about it when I get back." So now, Josh, you're getting ready to come back, right?
Sure.
Yeah, getting ready to come back. Project's almost done, and I did not ask questions. I actually didn't communicate with you much at all, other than, "Hey, I want to get it out there and let you tell everybody on my podcast."
Right.
So, because I want it to be, real and surprise. I don't want to fucking play it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Josh, what have you been up to, man? You kind of snuck in every now and then and just said what's up and said, "Hey, miss you guys. I'll be back soon."
Yeah, it was weird to stay away for that long and not I don't know, communicate with anybody in the group or, be active like I was before. So I had to sneak in every once in a while and just scan through some stuff and
Well,
just see how everybody's doing.
we're all like, I don't know if you noticed the post. I don't know if people tagged you in them, but there's a couple guys that were like, "Hey, is Josh still alive?"
Yeah, I think I owe Brooke like, I don't know, 10 sets of burpees.
Mhm.
So that'll be fun once we get that going again. But uh, we ended up finding a little bit of black mold in the house we were living in. And being that the house was built in like the 60s,
Mm.
it wasn't really repairable. We were just renting at the time. It was technically a duplex. But we got in there right before my son was born. So we were there probably about 3.5 years. But yeah, we found the mold. There's nothing we could really do to fix it, and the landlord didn't really want to put a bunch of money into it. So I started outsourcing and trying to either find another place to rent or try to buy a house or anything like that, just to get out of there, because it wasn't healthy for us to breathe in. He wasn't going to fix it. So that's what we were doing. We were on the search, and we looked at a couple houses, reached out to a couple people and tried to figure out if we could get a loan for a house. And being that I'm the only one currently working, since my son's only 2, she hasn't went back to work full time. So it's kind of hard on just my salary to buy a house. So we did some looking, tried to get a few ones really going through, and then we found a house, and it just kind of popped up. I've been to this house, which is funny because her cousin actually used to live here, and I've been over here drinking before, but never looked at it as something I wanted to own. So I got a hold of my buddy Ryan, and he knows the guy that owns the house, and he's doing a rent to own for us.
Oh, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's like the
Yeah,
best way to do it.
and I mean, it was like, I don't know. I mean, we couldn't find anything we wanted, and I definitely wanted a garage. I wanted a spot that I could have a gym. We wanted one level house. Um, it's just easier and less stressful with dogs and kids to have a one level house.
Yeah, I bet.
Um, so that's what we were looking for, and it was hard to find. So finding a ranch style house is just hard around here, and they're super expensive. And if they do go on the market, they're bought super fast. So we found this house, and I got a hold of the landlord, and he said, "Go check it out." He said the house is unlocked right now. Go look at it. So me and Haley came, looked at the house as if we were going to buy it. and it fit every need
Hmm.
we wanted, which was pretty cool. But there was a lot of work to be done. So we got everything figured out with the owner and started going to work.
So just real quick, Josh. So you had black mold in your old house, and you were still living in your old house when you were searching, I'm assuming.
Yes. Yep.
And how long did it take you from like searching and actually finding this house?
It was probably 5 to 6 months.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was rough. And
Yeah.
I mean, I had to do something for my family. If it was just me, I would have figured out what the hell I could do. But I got a 2-year-old. He's going to be 3. He can't be breathing that shit in. And we just had a puppy at the time, figuring that out. So obviously for him, it'd be a bad respiratory issue if he were to ever get sick or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then Haley, obviously, I mean, for anybody black mold, it's not good to breathe in.
Yeah, I dealt with that back in when I lived with my parents. Had a little attachment trailer, but it was built onto the house, so you couldn't even tell it was a trailer or whatever. And that trailer was super old, but it was built around it, like pretty much enclosed with walls and shit. Anyways, the trailer ended up getting black mold, and when I knocked out one of the walls to expand my room, I noticed one was black mold. It was rough. That's not a joke at all.
Yeah, it's bad stuff for sure. But yeah, we got over to this place. Has a 2-car garage
No.
underneath the house, and my car's actually right in front of me right now because I'm technically in my gym. Um, so yeah, 2-car garage. There's like an addition off the side of the garage that's still connected to the house and everything. It's just a doorway. But it's probably, I think I measured it. It was like a 12 by 20 or so room, and it's just a cement room on the side of the house, and that's my gym. If anybody wants to look,
Yeah. Oh
I
shit.
just actually painted the walls, got them all blacked out, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I got
I like
my
the
own gym.
dungeon style you got going on.
Right? See, I was gonna do it all black and like have it like really nice black, but I started painting and I don't know, I think it looks badass this way. So I'm gonna roll with it. It's like old school gym stuff.
Mhm.
But it has a finished basement. But it does have stairs. Everything upstairs is all hardwood. Um, Kitchen, dining room, living room, 3-bedroom, bathroom, sun porch. And then down here, the finished basement, there's a laundry room / bathroom with a shower and everything. And then the 2-car garage and then this gym. And it's on about an acre of land, which isn't really what we're looking for, but I'll take whatever acreage I can get. So yeah, we got tons of room here. It's a rent to own, so that's where we're at. I had to do a shit ton of work
Yeah.
to get all this done.
So what kind of work
Um,
did you have to do when you moved in, other than make a badass gym?
well, I will be posting pictures in the next couple days or so. When we first looked at it, the entire upstairs was chocolate brown and like a dark tan,
Mm.
and it was hell to paint over. But we painted the entire house upstairs. Everything went from that to white. We did everything white to keep it clean. The bathroom was like a lime green color. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but it was hideous.
It helps. It helps the shits. That's what I hear. Yeah.
I guess it looked like baby shit. It was bad. Um, but we did all that, all the painting upstairs. I did flooring in the kitchen. I think the kitchen's like 250 square feet.
Jeez.
So I had to do flooring in the whole kitchen. We had to put new cabinets in, countertops. I mean, well, obviously we didn't have to, but to make it how we wanted it, that's what we were doing. There's a pantry upstairs. Haley really wanted something like that, so we just had more room. But the flooring, we did that, ripped carpet out of one of the bedrooms because it was all stained and matted. It looked like shit. So that's out. And there was beautiful hardwood underneath. So I don't know why they had carpet in the first place. And then the bathroom, she wanted this, like, I don't know what they call them. It's like a sink bowl, but it sits on top of the countertop. It's like a pedestal sink or some shit, but she wanted that, so I had to get handy and build something like that. Then we did the flooring in there. Had to re-epoxy the tub because it's old school and it was a little ripped up, so did that. And then we moved down to the basement. The carpet in the basement was like old school office carpet, super thin and shitty, and there was holes all through it, and you could tell it wasn't really used down here by the previous owner, but it smelled like dog shit and piss real bad.
All
So
right.
I don't know if they just let their dog go down there instead of taking it outside or what. But so we ripped all that up. That was 800 square feet of carpet that I laid myself, and I've never done carpet before, so that was an experience.
Well,
And
if you do if you fix the floor upstairs, then I mean I'm sure carpet wasn't no problem. Huh?
I mean, it wasn't bad. I expected it to be hell, just because anybody I talked to about carpet, they're like, "Oh yeah, you got to do this and got to do that," and they made it seem like shit. But I was by myself, laid the padding down, laid the carpet down, cut everything out, got it fit, got a stretcher, and I don't know, I just did it. So could have had somebody come in and do it for me, but I wanted to do all this shit on my own, especially since it's a rent to own basis. So at the end, when we finally own it, I know that I put all the work in. I know everything's right. I know everything's good, and it just makes me feel better that I did it all.
Well, I mean, is this the first house you've bought?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, you're kind of building a home.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's not just a place to stay or somewhere to live. It's actually going to be a home for you and your kid and your family.
Absolutely. And
So
that's what we were really trying to get to. Where we lived before was pretty small, and we had two dogs, a 2-year-old, and then us, and it just wasn't big enough. And we were growing out of it along with the issues it had. So when we figured this place out, I mean, I couldn't be happier. The first day I was in here ripping shit apart, like I felt like I was home. I really did. And now that everything's together and where it needs to be, it's I don't know, it's overwhelming, to be honest with you. It
yeah,
feels really good to have something like this and know all the work I did to get it to where it's at.
yeah, make it your own.
hmm And it definitely feels like a home. Like over at the other place, we lived there for, I think I said 3.5 years. And every day I came home from work or whatever, I definitely felt not at peace. Like I definitely wasn't home there. But getting in here, like I said, the first day, just tearing shit up, I felt something come over me. It was like, this is our home. This is where we're meant to be. And I don't know. It's badass. Feels good.
No, that's really cool. Yeah, no, I'm happy for you. Really am.
Okay.
How big is the house? Is it how many bedrooms?
It's 3 bedrooms. Um, and then, like I said, the kitchen was 250 square feet. The dining room's bigger. The living room's even bigger. And then there's a huge ass sun porch. I could probably put turf out on the sun porch and use it to push a sled. It's like the whole length of the house. It's
Oh,
big.
really?
The dogs love it. They just want to sit out there all day and watch cars drive past.
Nice.
And then the backyard, I didn't even get to that. I mean, I didn't fence in the entire yard, but that took a long time too. Over at the other house, I think I had um, roughly 150 foot of fence, to cover that backyard, which isn't that much, but it was decent for the dogs.
Yeah.
Over here, there's 350 foot of fence, and that's not even fencing the whole yard in. That's just a majority of it. So,
Well, I mean, an acre is pretty big too. I mean, for being in a area that you're in, you know.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's still in Blairsville, but it's like on the outskirts. I'm closer to the highway and stuff. So we definitely needed a fence for the dogs and for Roman. But since it is like on the outskirts, there's a lot of land out here
Mm.
that's open. And then the owner actually has an excavating company that's right below us. So there's like excavators and front loaders, everything. It's all right here, and they're constantly driving past our house because he does like buys them and sells them and flips them, whatever. So there's big rigs coming right past us. So Roman's always staring out the windows because he loves diggers. So
Yeah.
it's like the perfect place, man.
No, that's cool. How's the community?
It's good. I actually the dude next door, I saw a Trump sign in his front yard, so I automatically liked him.
Mm.
Um, but I haven't got to talk to him yet. My buddy Ryan, he lives a couple houses down, and he says the dude's real cool. So in the summertime, I'm sure I'll talk to him. Right now, it's like 20 degrees and shitty, so
Oh
he's
yeah.
not really out. He's an older guy. He's retired. And then on the other side of us, there's an older couple, and I went and met them, and they're really nice. I was like, hey, I'm pretty handy if you guys ever need anything. We got 2 dogs. I got a 2-year-old. We're gonna be out in the yard making noise all the time, but if you guys want to stop over, say hey, we're here. So just trying to make it known that we're not crazy people or anything like that, because apparently the previous owner had a shit ton of bonfires and parties, and
Mm.
they didn't like them. So
Yeah. And plus, I mean, it's always nice to kick it with the neighbors.
yeah, right.
No, when we ended up when we moved here, about maybe 2-3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. I found out my neighbor over here, and he's probably 20 feet away from
Mhm.
my house. I mean, it's pretty fucking close. Um, I found out that he's liberal,
Yeah.
Biden supporter, doesn't like guns. First day or the second day we were here, it was like 7 p.m. and we were sitting on the back porch, and we were just sitting there drinking, and we weren't loud at all, but we were laughing, right?
Mhm.
But like I said, the back porch. Well, we have two back areas, I guess, but the one that we were sitting at is pretty close to their house.
Mhm.
It's still on behind our house, but it's probably the closer one, I guess. And it was like 7 p.m. and he comes out and he says, "Hey, you guys need to quiet down." I'm like, dude, it's the fucking sun's still up. What the fuck are you
Yeah.
talking about? Anyway, so long story short, we ended up having words. And I told him just go the fuck away. And that's the first time we met.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm not an asshole, I don't think, at least to most people, unless you fucking try to harm me or my family or anything like that, But
Right.
so the next day, or well, probably a couple days later, I ended up going over there and knocking on his door and saying, "Hey, look, dude, we got off on the wrong foot. We bought this house, and so we're gonna be here for a long fucking time. And
Mhm.
I don't know what your guys' situation is, if you're renting or bought or whatever, but if you're gonna be there for a long time, I suggest we start over and we just get along like adults."
Mhm.
I said, "I know we got off on the wrong foot, had a couple words. You almost got punched, but but I was like, let's just let bygones be bygones." He said, "Okay."
Mhm.
We shook on it, and we communicated back and forth every now and then, just bullshitting, and which is nice. It's always good to be good with your neighbors.
For
Um,
sure.
then obviously we have our disagreements, and we're so fucking close. But yeah, so it's nice just getting to know the neighbors. The lady that lives behind us, she's really nice. I help her with stuff here and there, and then she'll come by every now and then and grab our mail for us because she wants to go for a walk, and she's older, so she's trying to keep her strength up and stuff. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
but Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, so when are you coming back to the demo crew? Start being so.
Um, Probably this week, to be honest with you. In the last month and a half that I've been so busy, I literally haven't touched a weight. Like I wasn't just off of Facebook or anything like that. Like I had no time to work out. Everything was being packed or unpacked or whatever. I didn't have time. Last night I got the gym painted, and then this morning I had my first workout, and it felt fucking awesome.
I bet you're sore as shit, too.
I am. I am. It was arm day today. I tried to go light. I'm like, okay, I haven't done it in a month. I got to go light, just to feel a pump, a little bit of something. But I felt like I went back into my old ways. So yeah, I'm pretty sore. I'll feel
Yeah.
it tomorrow for sure. Um, I got to get a lot of shit in here though. I mean, I didn't accumulate anything new from all the shit I had before, but I plan on it since I have room now. I'm gonna get a treadmill in here just because it's winter and it sucks to run outside. I haven't ran either. It's killing me. Um, but yeah, I want to get a squat rack and some good shit in here, and then I got a bunch of buddies that are still crying over COVID shutting down gyms and all that shit, which is I don't know why it's still going on, but is what it is. So I was like, hey man, once my gym's done, come on over. So it's big enough I could have a couple people in here as long as I have the equipment. And I don't know, it's awesome. Glad to finally have something like this.
Oh, yeah. You gonna name it? You got to name your gym.
I can't think of anything yet. I just got it painted last night, and it's dungeony for sure. It's like an old school gym. I feel like I need to get rid of all my weights and get old school iron shit and just
Yeah.
slam it off the floor. I don't know yet. It's in the works. I'm thinking of something, and it will be painted on the wall for sure.
Yeah. I think I saw an Axton Sledge painted over there
You
on your
might
wall.
have. You might have. I didn't want to show it too much because I didn't know if they would say anything about it, but I tried my best.
That's
It's
actually,
there.
that's pretty good.
That was just with a Sharpie, to be honest.
Oh,
But
really?
it turned out well. I did a Sharpie and then obviously painted. But yeah, I just looked at my one flag and went to town. I figured it had to be in here since it meshed well with the black walls.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what the name's gonna be, but we're thinking.
Well, it's probably gonna just pop up in conversation one day. It's like, oh, that's it.
I'm down with that. Also, anybody that watches this, if you have any suggestions, throw them at me. I'm ready.
Yeah, put them in the comments.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. How's your family adjusting to the new area?
Great. I mean, we're still in Blairsville, so it's not like we're
Yeah.
away from family or anything like that. We're probably a mile from where we were, which isn't that far. But everybody loves it. I mean, I ask Roman all the time. Yeah, he's only 2, but I ask him all the time if he loves the house, and he's always saying yeah. I mean, he has room to run. Like this down the stairs, there was a bar in here. It was shitty carpet, ripped all that up. It's all nice plush carpet. As soon as you walk in from the garage, I did hardwood floor just in like the little mudroom part, so everybody can take their shoes off and jackets and whatever. Um, but there's so much room. Like I can literally throw a ball with my dog in our basement.
Hmm.
It's like it's awesome. There's so much room. Like Roman just runs around. And I don't know. It's
No,
just
that's pretty
cool.
good. Yeah. How's the how long you been in there now? How long you been at the house?
We have stayed here so far, and there's still shit to unpack. Um, but we've been here about a week and a half,
Hmm.
actually staying here. I stayed here the first 2 days by myself because we didn't have any TV or anything yet, and Roman and Haley can't deal with no TV. So I had some comfort the first 2 nights of sleeping alone and quiet and peaceful. It was great, but back to reality. Let's sleep with a kid.
Yeah.
but it's good, man. It's real good.
Hey, how far is your commute to work now? Is it shorter?
1 mile closer.
That's convenient.
Yeah, it's not bad. Before I had to go through about 3 red lights to get to the highway to go to work. Now I have 0 red lights to get to the highway, so that's out of the way at least. I don't have to deal with anybody driving in town, so it's good.
Yeah. So how was it? Like you talked about getting or it sucked being away from the demo crew page and all that stuff and doing social media. How was that? Like getting off it? Because I mean, I'm on it like every fucking day, seeing all that shit, and I mean,
That's how I was. I listen. I'm gonna be back within the week. I want to get involved again, like I was,
mhm.
but being off that long and not really like I paid attention, but I wasn't like focused. It was nice. Like it was freedom. Like I didn't have to deal with anything. It was good. Um, so I don't know how it's gonna go when I get back. Obviously, I want to be involved as much as I was before and more. And now that I have a gym, I can shoot some videos and shit like that.
Yeah,
But being free and not like focusing so much on the internet and everything else, it was really good. Like I don't I don't even know how to explain that. If you haven't done it, like take some time off. Just take some time off of social media for a while and get some clarity, get some real life experience instead of internet all the time. But definitely want to come back. Got to get some burpee challenges done and
oh yeah,
whatever go through at me. I would see them post and I'm just like, fuck, I got to do this when I get back. So there's
that's,
going to be one day I'm going to do them all, and that'll be my entire workout for the day.
yeah. It's probably gonna take you all day too.
Yeah, it's going to be killer. I'll make sure I do it on the day off.
Yeah. No, one thing that I've done is I don't go on my actual. The only pages I go to is Axe and Sledge page
Yeah.
and the demo crew page.
Hmm.
You know, I go on the Craven Iron page, but that's mainly for the podcast. You know,
Hmm.
but Instagram is like the go-to for me,
Yeah.
just because it's not as political and as social media driven when it comes to like the hate and shit that's
Yeah.
going on in the world. But with Facebook, I don't know, just demo crew page mainly.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I mean, I was like kind of active on Instagram. I was still like reposting some people's shit and stuff because I see it more with Instagram. I don't know why. Like Facebook doesn't really shoot me notifications all the time. I might even have them turned off. I don't know. I didn't have a Facebook until I became part of the demo crew. So, I mean,
well, that's probably my problem because I had a Facebook for a while before I became demo crew, and
mhm,
that being said, I had like when you get on social media, you start just or like someone sends you a friend request, and it's like, oh fuck it, why not?
mhm,
And now you have like hundreds and hundreds of friends that you don't even fucking know on there.
mhm,
Well, so I mean, I was there before
mhm.
the demo crew, and now the only people I actually give a shit to look at is the demo crew or immediate family. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I had a Facebook probably 6 years ago, and it just got overwhelming with all the negativity and people just go on there just to bash others and shit like that. And I didn't really talk to anybody. People would like my stuff, I'd like people's stuff, and it's kind of boring. So I just got rid of it and wanted some freedom from it. And then when I became part of the demo crew, obviously you have to have a Facebook page, and
Yeah.
that's the only friends I have is anybody that's in the demo crew. Aside from that, there's nobody on there that I talk to. So that's it. That's all it is. But Instagram, I've always had that. I think I deleted that for a while too, but I've had that for quite a while now. Um, I was active on there during this whole thing. Like I said, just because the notifications and shit always pop up. But it's not really a place for negativity unless you're trying to look for it.
Yeah.
So I would see everybody's pictures and all that shit. I would like as much as I could, but once again, I wasn't like focusing on that because I had so much shit to do. So I was still kind of in the loop, but still missing talking to everybody. Facebook's definitely a place you can have conversations, even though it's so many characters long. It's still a place for us to go and
Yeah.
actually communicate.
And there's a lot of new members too since
Mhm.
you've been gone. A lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to catch up with that. I actually, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. Carly was doing her calls and shit, and I signed on to one just to see what was going on in the demo crew since I wasn't on Facebook.
Yeah.
She said everything was pretty normal, nothing really crazy happening. So
Well, I mean, you know how it is. I mean, the same people post, and for the guys that are going to be watching this that are part of the demo crew, okay, or even in the Action Sides page, don't be afraid to post. If you're trying to grow your following or anything like that, just be yourself.
Mhm.
I mean, I at least try to put I pick like 2 or 3 days a week, and I try to post something on those days. I mean, obviously you have like Thanksgiving. I don't think I posted much just because it's Thanksgiving and there was fucked in the family time, and that's
Yeah,
when it's family time. That's my time to like put the phone down and really focus on building that relationship with my family. Because I work a lot as it is. So when it comes to those kind of times where you have to be grateful for what you have,
yeah.
be grateful without your phone. you know
Mhm.
and anyways, so for the new members, um I mean, obviously you see the same people posting majority of the time. You see some new members posting now more often, but don't be afraid to post and don't be afraid to get to know each other.
Yeah.
If you're trying to grow your following, just be yourself. You know what I mean?
hmm That's one thing I got to get back on is all the new people coming out. I know Angel has been using my Forrest Gump welcome, so I got to get back on that and take it back.
Yeah, there you are.
Angel coming for you.
Oh god. But did you have to take time off of work for doing all this?
I did have a few vacation days, like when I was doing the carpet stuff. I had a couple days off just because I wanted to get shit done. Um, but I think it was only like 3 days I took. Aside from that, it was wake up, go to work, come home, see the family for a few, and then I would shoot over here to the new house and bust my ass until 12, 1 in the morning, and then go to home, go to bed, wake up, go to work, come back over here. I mean, it was literally the entire last month. I was balls to the wall, day in and day out, working and then working again. It was like I had two jobs, or like I was back in the oil field working 18, 20-hour shifts. Um, there was a couple days, like Tuesdays and the Wednesdays, I have off Wednesdays. I would be here till 5 a.m. just like making sure I'm getting everything done.
And
And most of the time I was by myself. What's that?
plugging away at it.
Yeah. Most of the time I was by myself. So I mean, just had to go, just had the music blast and energy drinks out the ass and just going to work.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, Josh. I'm glad you came on and you let us know what's been going on because, I mean, we were all curious and skeptical on it. And we thought you kicked the bucket a couple times. And, and then you'd pop back on and say, hey, what's up, guys? I'm still here. It's like, oh, thank God.
Right. Yeah, to some this might not be like a cool secret that I've been holding or anything like that, but I'm proud of it. I'm proud of all I did, and that's what this group is all about is people busting their ass to get shit they want in life and working hard for everything. So that's kind of why I kept it a secret. I don't really have anything like a crazy story to tell like most people do, but I have this, so I kept it, and this will be my pride to show everybody. So I hope everybody likes it and enjoys it.
All right. So Josh, like you say that or you said that some people might not think it's a big thing. Me personally, I think it's a testimony. Just just in your situation, real quick, you had to go and find a place, and it just happened to be some place that you knew, what I mean, that you've been to before. So it wasn't like out of your comfort zone. You've already been there. So you knew the location, you knew the area a little bit, right? And you found it when you needed to find it. And you found the energy and the strength to be a hardworking motherfucker, like we always say, to get shit done. And now you just provided a huge fucking weight off your shoulders for your family.
For
And
sure.
now you're in your dream home. That's a fucking testimony,
I
and
guess so, yeah.
I mean, God
Definitely.
works in mysterious ways, and he's working for you. You know what I mean?
That's for sure.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody thinks this story is not as, as spectacular as you were thinking or whatever, I think it's pretty fucking awesome. And
Appreciate that.
anybody, I mean, you just the way you're explaining it, it sounds like you really busted your ass, and it wasn't just for you; it was to provide for your family in a time of need.
Yep.
And I mean, look what you got now. You got your fucking home gym that you're going to be
Mhm.
setting up. You got just a lovely home. You got fucking hardwood floor, which is my dream one day to
Yeah.
have. But I mean,
Wait till you see the basement. It's all hardwood, the walls and everything. So it's like I'll show pictures. This place is phenomenal. Like I get emotional just talking about it because it's just fucking awesome. Like I've never had something of my own like this, and I'm 30 years old. Like I should have had this 10 times already, but I finally have it, and I have it with my family. So it's like it's emotional, but it's awesome, dude. It's awesome.
yeah. Well, again, I'm happy for you. I really am. Um, yeah, and I could just see that you're blessed. You can count your blessings. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, that's pretty legit. And I'm glad you came on and told us what you've been going through. It sounds like hell, but hell of an experience. You know what I mean?
Worth it. Worth it.
Yeah. So, anyways, you got anything to say to them, Josh?
Just wait for some videos. I got a place now. We can get some workout videos, maybe get some demo crew members in the area in here. Anybody can come to my gym as long as you take your damn shoes off before you hit that carpet.
There you go. All right, brother. Well, hey, glad to have you back. I'm gonna be happy to see all your posts, and I'm gonna be waiting for those photos. So you gotta get them out.
Sure. We'll get them in this week, and hopefully the middle of the week I'll be back full time hitting this shit. If not, definitely by the weekend. So everybody look forward to that. I'll be back.
Yeah, and guys, look at this guy right here. Okay, Josh waves to the camera. That's a real hardworking motherfucker. And someone that provides for the family, puts everything aside that he loves, and just buckles down and gets shit done when it needs to be done.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
you're a definition of a hardworking motherfucker, Josh, and
Thanks, buddy.
I truly believe that. So you inspired me to do shit to my house. Okay, and yeah, so
Hell
I'm
yeah.
happy for you. I really am. Thanks for coming
Thank
on,
you.
buddy.
Absolutely.